All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. And today we're going to be talking about Mr. Organic, man. So I actually found the video. All right, this is the video right here. Truth about my $500,000 jewelry collection. Because I've been getting a lot of comments on the last couple of videos. People are like, oh, Organic never said that he sold the car. Organic never said that he sold that Lamborghini Urus. Stop making up stuff. You a hater. Stop clout chasing. No, this is exactly what Organic said. All right, this is the video that he dropped a year ago. I know the title has nothing to do with Lamborghini Urus or anything like that, but this is the video. So I'm actually going to play it. All right, and this is his paperwork. All right, this is the lawsuit right here. So I know you guys, most of you guys can read, right? You can see and hear and all that good stuff. So I want you guys to listen, man. Just listen. That's all you need to do today. All right, while watching this video, I know you can read this right here. So read it and listen.
Hey, man, I don't never keep cash on me, man. I got a whole lot of meatloaf on me right now. Where's going? It's going right to the bank. I ain't keeping this. I don't want this, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't keep that on us, man. We put that in the bank, man. Put your money in the bank, and then, you know, wired over there to Switzerland. You put it in this bank, then you wired to your Switzerlandian bank. Swiss franc.
So this is the video right before he went to Switzerland. So he's talking about like he sold a PlayStation, he sold some stuff, and then he talks about this Urus that he sold it and he made a profit, and that the whole idea is he's sending all this money to Switzerland because he's moving to Switzerland. So those of you guys that were around when he was talking about going to Switzerland and starting all these fake businesses, you probably know a lot about this already, but just listen to this.
Swiss francs, Lambo, already sold. You know what I'm saying? And the brilliant thing about this Lamborghini, let me tell you, I'm gonna break it down for y'all real quick. I'll be fast. My Lamborghini Urus, I bought it with $50,000 over sticker.
So y'all heard that, right? He said the thing about this Lamborghini Urus, he bought it with $50,000 over sticker. All right, so I think this thing is about like $340. So he wants you guys to believe that he bought it with 50 over sticker, so $390,000, give or take, something like that. So far that's what he said, 50,000 over sticker.
And the brilliant thing about it, it was a lease, right? So let me explain that to you guys. People are like, oh, you lease, you buy. My lease, it was a 3-year lease, but I owned it because that's what you do with anything. If you're in an apartment, you in there. It's your apartment, blah, blah, blah. But it's different when it comes to a car. So this was a lease, right? And think about it. The person who bought it, they liked the way it is, so they paid me more than what I paid for it. So how much I owed left on the car. Remember, at the end of your lease, you can't buy the car and keep it. Or you can sell it before or at the end of the lease, and whatever's left after the profits, you can get that money. So with that being said, my car got sold to somebody more that was left on the lease for me, so I get the profits off the top.
Wow, man, this is hilarious, man. Organic, man, this guy lies so much that he starts believing his own lies, preaching his own lies. It is hilarious, man. Did you guys hear that, man? Let me replay this. This is totally different than what's in the lawsuit. This says defendant breach auto lease agreement by defaulting on payments to plaintiff Midway damages for deficiency after resale of vehicle are $53,193.87 plus interest, attorney's fees, cost per agreement. What the fuck is he talking about? He said he sold it and he made a profit. Are you guys listening? Please make sure you listen, especially all the idiots. And if you guys see some of these idiots in another video talking about, because it's the same group, I just stopped really responding to them in the comments. They're like, Organic never said he sold it, and he never said he made a profit. You are clout chasing. You are hating. No. The problem is you got so much ear wax or some shit in your ears or something like that. Got to clean that crap out and listen. I need you guys to listen, man. I'm going to replay this maybe another 2 more times until everybody understands exactly what he said. I need you guys to understand exactly that this guy Organik is a liar. He's a liar, 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 liar.
You know what I'm saying? And the brilliant thing about this Lamborghini, let me tell you, I'm going to break it down for y'all real quick. I'll be fast. My Lamborghini Urus, I bought it with $50,000 over sticker. And the brilliant thing about it, it was a lease, right? So let me explain that to you guys. Because people are like, oh, you lease, you buy, you buy. My lease, it was a 3-year lease, but I owned it because that's what you do with anything. If you're in an apartment.
So it was a 3-year lease, but he owned it, man. Wow. It was a 3-year lease, but he owned it. Now, what I think he's trying to say is, like, you can have a lease, and then you can pay off the balance and then keep the car. And then what happens is you can do whatever you want afterwards. All right, you might have got the car when you first initiated the lease. You probably got a good deal because maybe there wasn't much demand on the car. And then during your lease, the demand increased and there was low supply, right? It happens with certain exotic cars. So that's what he's trying to say, all right, that he basically bought it and then sold it and made a profit. But this is completely different than the lawsuit. The lawsuit paints the picture that he couldn't even afford the lease payments, let alone buy the car, all right? Because you got to understand, if you're going to buy out the car during the lease, you got to pay off the balance. All right, and then that's going to be over $100,000, maybe $200,000. I don't know what the exact balance is, but those of you guys that have leased cars and they gave you the option for a buyout, there's usually a balance.
You in there, it's your apartment, blah, 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 blah. But it's different when it comes to a car. So this was a lease, right? And think about it, the person who bought it, they like the way it is, so they paid me more than what I paid for it. So how much I owed left on the car. Remember, at the end of your lease, you can buy the car and keep it, or you can sell it before or at the end of the lease, and whatever's left after the profits, you can get that money. So with that being said,
so far, I don't know if you guys understand, but I kind of explained it, kind of like try to dumb it down or whatever. But so he says that this 3-year lease for this Urus, right? He bought out the lease. All right, whatever the balance is, he paid it off, bought it. So now it's his Urus. And then the person that bought it from him loved it so much that he paid him even more. That is crazy. The great length that Organik goes to make up the amount of lies that he does. And I mean, he's so natural with it. Like, Organik is so natural. You couldn't tell he's lying because that's why a lot of his fans are so brainwashed. But if you know cars and you know a lot of the different details, this is why I'm pretty sure 95, 99% of his followers never owned an exotic car. So this is why I see all these stupid comments and I just ignore them, because none of these people have actually owned exotic cars, have never leased exotic cars. They don't even know the types of leases. So when I heard him say this goofy shit, I knew right away that the bells were already ringing. I was like, oh, I caught him, man. I caught him. But the thing is, a lot of his fan base don't know. So they just believe whatever this clown says unless you provide some other evidence. Like this lawsuit. Shout out to the Skip Tracer because he actually pulled it up. And, man, just read it. I read it out for you. He couldn't even afford the lease payments. He wants you guys to believe that he bought out the car, paid off the balance, and then found a buyer to buy it because it was so unique, right? But this car was already sold in the auctions, and it was actually at the same dealer that he actually went and got the Aston Martin that he traded his brothers. This dude is such a liar. But I want you guys to listen, all right? Because I get the same stupid comments. I'm going to make you guys understand this 100% today, all right? You're going to leave after watching this video. You're going to know that Organik's a liar.
And the brilliant thing about it, it was a lease, right? So let me explain that to you guys. Because people are like, oh, you lease, you buy, you buy. My lease, it was a 3-year lease, but I owned it because that's what you do with anything. If you're in an apartment, you in there, it's your apartment, blah, 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 blah. But it's different when it comes to a car. So this was a lease, right? And think about it, the person who bought it, they like the way it is, so they paid me more than what I paid for it. So how much I owed left on the car. Remember, at the end of your lease, you can buy the car and keep it, or you can sell it before or at the end of the lease, and whatever's left after the profits, you can get that money. So with that being said, My car got sold to somebody more that was left on the lease for me, so I get the profits off the top. Just a little bit of education why people want to talk about leasing and buying. I really don't care no more. I want to tell y'all everything to help you understand life. So, yes, I sold it for more than what I had left on my lease, and I get that money back to my pocket. What a blessing. Just like I did with a few other of my cars. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works sometimes. But and they agreed to pick it up Monday, man. They trying to rush and get it faster. Nope, but the wire already sent. Relax. I appreciate it. But if you want this hat, organic until you die, make sure you hit the link below.
It's crazy. Like, that last part is hilarious. Well, I already got the wire, right? Or the wire transfer is on the way. It's like, damn, man, the dude lies. Like, he makes a really good story. Like, he's got the whole introduction, right? The climax and the ending, man. The ending is so, oh man, I'm getting the wire, right? It's already a done deal, man. I already made a profit, just like I made a profit on all the other cars I had. It's like, damn, man. Like, what does he gain from just lying? Like, what is that? Like, he must really, I think he's really convinced. Like, I'm convinced at this point, like, a lot of his followers, fan base, there's just a bunch of idiots. You guys have proven by following Organik, and he's already basically saying that you guys are a bunch of idiots. All right, because he knows most of you guys are not smart enough, like the skip tracer, that you're not going to go and pull the documents and see for yourself that this man is a liar. Most of you guys are going to watch him. He says X, Y, and Z happened, so X, Y, and Z happened. And most of you guys are signing up to this academy, signing up for his mentorship, thinking the guy is so successful. He's really providing game, not knowing that he can't even afford these cars. So he's renting cars, leasing cars. And first, when he first got the car, by the way, he said he bought it, right? But it's like, it's crazy. The amount of lying. Like, he literally sat here and made a whole story. I'm not talking about like just the ending or just the intro. He made the whole story. But I guess that's the only way to make it convincing. You got to make a whole fake story from start to end. The whole thing is fake, right? He found a buyer that paid him such a great price, right? More than the balance on the car. He sold it to him and he wired him the money, and he walked away with a profit because he's such a smart businessman and he knows how to tackle these business transactions when it comes to these cars, like just like all my other cars. Like, I'm such a smart man. And then he builds up this persona so you guys feel trusted in whatever he says to buy into all these educational courses. It's crazy. Like I said, man, shout out to the Skip Tracer, because if you guys did not see this paperwork, which I'm sure you can have just looked it up yourself, but most of you guys are not.
You can get that money. So with that being said, my car got sold to somebody more that was left on the lease for me, so I get the profits off the top. Just a little bit of education why people want to talk about leasing and buying. I really don't care no more. I want to tell y'all everything to help you understand life. So, yes, I sold it for more than what I had left on my lease.
So if he sold it, right, I'm just going to go along for the ride along. If you sold it and you made a profit, how come you haven't been paying this $53,000 balance? How come you've been playing hide and seek with the Los Angeles court judge? How come you've been hiding, man? Why is he hiding from this lawsuit, man? You just clearly said you made a profit. And you first, like, in order to make a profit, you would have to buy the car out, right? But you didn't even make the payments. So how did you buy out the car and get sued for not making payments? Does that shit make sense, man? I tell you, man, this is what I mean by he's brainwashing his followers. Do you guys understand that? Do you not understand that Organik is brainwashing you guys? He's making you guys a lot dumber. It's crazy. You guys got to wake up, man. Wake the fuck up. All right? You guys are in a coma. He's lying to you. It's not real. This shit is not real. It's all fake. It's fake. Do you understand that? I mean, I don't know if people understand. He's lying. Lying. You want me to spell it out?
And I get that money back to my pocket. What a blessing. just like I did with a few other of my cars. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works sometimes. But and they agreed to pick it up Monday, man. They trying to rush and get it faster. Nope, the wire already sent. Relax. I appreciate it. But if you want this hat, Organic Until You Die, make sure you hit the link below. Shout out to my guys, Grind Until You Die. We got a nice collab. Go ahead and pick that up. Link below in the description. But yeah, man. So that's what's going on with this, man. I gotta explain it to people sometimes. For the Organic Nation, the Gargo gang, that probably don't know, man. We ain't attacking no trolls. We ain't going to combat none of that stuff. This is for my real people. Give y'all some real game. Don't listen to nobody say don't leave.
Oh, he said don't listen to the trolls, right? He's really about sharing this knowledge, this game with you guys. That's what they call it. They call this fake shit knowledge and game, man. See, that's crazy. And like the thing is, a lot of people are gonna fall for it because they're just attracted to. This is something Tall Guy Car Reviews talks about. I actually got to drop that video. That Tall Guy. We dropped one of the videos where he kind of like shots at Organic, but in parts of the live stream he talks about how people like the audience, supporters, and subscribers live through these YouTubers, and they just build so much trust in what these guys sit on here and say, and it gets to the point that they get too comfortable, they start lying, and then it gets more lies and more lies and more lies. And this is where Organic is at now. He's just so confident in his lies that people don't even think he's lying.
Something, man, a few of my cars were leased, and I sold them and got money back. Because you can do that, man. Or I could pay it off at the end of the lease and own it just like a other car. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, just pay a payment on a car for 7 years. At the end of it, you own it, right? But if I do it for lease in 3 years and I want to refinance it, or say from leasing it from 3 years and I want to go ahead and finance it fully for the next 4 years, you can do that too. Like, it's just learn business, people. But the blessing of this situation, like I said, to get FIFA.
All right, so that was that clown. I mean, he kind of talks a little bit. He kind of starts dragging it, right? Trying to make it seem like what he's saying is true, but it's not what happened. All right, so what he says, it's generally true that if you get yourself in a lease, a lot of people just think, oh, it's a lease. But there's different types of leases. There's a closed-ended lease, and there's an open-ended lease. But what he's saying is essentially true, that you can buy out the car during a lease at any point. You don't have to wait towards the end. You can buy it in the middle, whenever you feel comfortable, right? And then you can turn around and sell the car. And if you sell it for more than the balance on the car or whatever, then that's profit. And that's essentially the picture that he's trying to paint, that he's so clever and smart with it, that, you know, when he got the car, it wasn't in the demand that it is when he got rid of it. And because it's such a unique car with all the modifications he did, like he just built a whole story, man. Like he crafted a real good story, and that's why a lot of people fell for it. So yeah, this is the video. If you guys are gonna want to watch the rest of it, I'm not gonna play the whole thing. This is the video, because I know I've seen a bunch of stupid people. Oh, Organic never said he bought the car. Stop capping. You're hating. No, I'm gonna make more videos. As long as I keep seeing these same stupid comments from all these stupid idiots, I'm going to make more and more videos until we get 100% of everybody truly understanding what's going on. All right, so I think we're like at 80% now, so we still got 20%, so that means more videos. That's the way I see it. When they say, oh, that's not what he said, I'm like, okay, well, I just make more videos until I guess they eventually have to see it. But yeah, man, so that's the video. You guys can go check it out yourself. This is not on some other person's channel. I'm not reacting to like Joey's reactions on Organic. I'm talking about Organic himself. This is out of the horse's mouth, words coming out of his own mouth. That's the video. You guys can go watch it yourself. The $500,000 jewelry. I know the title has nothing to do with the car, but that's the video. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comments.